Hey, thanks again for joining me. This is Alex at Make It Good, and it's the middle of the month, which means Criterion has announced another new round of releases, this time for June 2023. So there are two brand new entries, single movies to the collection. There is a large collection devoted to one director, and there are two upgrades. I'm going to go quickly through the upgrades since the information's been out there for a while on them, and then I'll go through the brand new stuff. All right, so the first of the new 4K upgrades is this one is spine number 216, and that is Rules of the Game by Jean Renoir. Now, this, very interestingly enough, yes, it's a new 4K restoration, but Criterion has commissioned a brand new cover by Raphael Gironi. And I do like it. It's very sleek. It's very evocative of the 1920s, very almost indulgent. And it's a really nice looking cover. However, I will say that I think I prefer the cover, the old one by Edward Sorrell. I like the caricature nature of his cover, really kind of speaking to sort of the caricatures that are in from my understanding of the movie. I should say I have not seen the movie, but I've looked into it. It's one that's been high on my list of Jean Renoir films that I want to get and check out. But it's very, his cover was very, just showing how these individuals that, live in the lap of luxury are basically caricatures themselves. So that's why I really like that cover. But the 4K cover also looks extremely nice, and it's the Blu-rays also looks like it's going to be the 4K upgraded Blu-ray as well. So maybe future Blu-rays will also have this upgrade. I would hope so. But if not, I mean, I think picture quality, you'd want to probably go for the 4K upgrade. But it would be really nice is if Criterion actually did have a reversible sleeve on this one and you could choose between the two. They haven't done that before to my knowledge, but hey, here we go. So, but yeah, so that's Rules of the Game. The next 4K upgrade that we have is actually a movie I love quite a bit, and that's Spine number 37, Time Bandits by Terry Gilliam. So this is a brand new 4K restoration that has been overlooked by Terry Gilliam. And, it's kind of a bummer. Like I have my copy of Time Bandits. I'm not looking to upgrade anytime soon. It looks nice. It looks fine on Blu-ray, but having a new 4K upgrade, I think would be really, really nice. So one day I'll have to upgrade, but there you go. So fans of Terry Gilliam, if you do not have Time Bandits, you have a nice 4K to look forward to. If you already have it, you have a choice to make. So brand new stuff coming to the collection in June from Criterion. The first one is a collection that I've already talked about in a separate video, so I'll put a link to that. But that's Pasolini 101. This is a lot of the movies that have not been in the Criterion Collection before. There's only two films on there that have been, to my knowledge. But this is a really, really excellent looking collection that I'm looking forward to quite a bit. It's all of his work looks like prior to the Trilogy of Life, which is already in the collection, and Salò. So I think the only thing that it does not have on there is a lot of his documentaries that he had done, which would be really interesting as well. So between this and the other entries already in the collection by Pasolini, you basically have a full collection of Pasolini films, to my knowledge, from the research that I've done. So it should be really nice, and I'm looking forward to it. I think there's a good chance I might pick it up this year. All right, so brand new spine number to the collection by Joseph Losey from 1963 is The Servant. This is another movie I haven't seen, and I've actually never even heard of, but doing a little bit of research online, it sounds like a really fascinating look into sort of the relationship between master and servant, I guess, for lack of a better phrase, but the hired help versus the heads of household. There's a lot of playing with the idea of, who is in control. If the people in charge have a lot of reliance on the people who work for them. A lot of it is, how are they treated? How can they be mistreated? Either way, like whether the help, those who are employed can really mistreat the people that are in charge of them, or at least pay them to take care of them. So there's a lot of really interesting role play, I think, that I really want to check out with this film now that it's been brought to my attention. Some of the special features, though, that are on there that we're getting, there's a brand new program on Joseph Losey by film critic Imogen Sarah Smith, who is in a lot of various Criterion special features. So I'm really interested to see what she says and her takes on the film. There's an interview from 1976 with Joseph Losey by critic Michael Ciment. There's an interview from 1996 with the screenwriter Harold Pinter, and from what I understand, this was the first time Harold Pinter and Joseph Losey worked together on a film and collaborated. There are interviews with some of the actors, Dirk Bogarde, James Fox, Sarah Miles, and Wendy Craig. And we've also got trailers and your essay, this time by author Colm Toiven. So the final film being introduced into the collection at spine number 1183 is 2008's Medicine for Melancholy by Barry Jenkins. This film is getting a new HD digital master that is approved by not only director Barry Jenkins, but also the director of photography, James Laxton. There will also be a new commentary by Barry Jenkins, and then an older commentary from 2008 with Barry Jenkins, producers Justin Barber, Sherry Sauder, and editor Nat Sanders. There's going to be a program that's brand new about the making of the film with Sanders and Wyatt Cenac, and then some test footage, blooper reels, trailers, and your obligatory essay, this time by critic Danielle Amir Jackson. So this film was on my radar. It's something I want to check out. And from what I understand, deals a lot with, race, self-identity, in relation to the world around you and how it's changing. There's a lot of sort of hipster culture that was big at the time, and how that sort of influences how you view yourself, how you view people like you. One of the things that I found very interesting in my research, just very brief research, didn't want to spoil the plot of the film for myself, but how Barry Jenkins and his director of photography, I assume, how they used color within the film in relation to how the characters were, sort of self-identifying at the time. And I think this would be a really great film to sit back, take in, just sort of let it wash over you, and then watch again and really pay attention to how color really plays into the scene as well as the theme of the movie. So yeah, I think this is a very interesting and very, very good entry into the collection from what I'm seeing. And so I have definitely put this on my list, and I really want to check this out at some point. I may try to watch it ahead of time, but yeah, so there you go. Medicine for Melancholy. All right, so those are the upgrades and new entries to the collection coming out in June 2023. Leave a comment down below. Is there anything within these couple of movies that you're really interested in? Is there any additional information I should know going into any of these films? No spoilers, obviously. How are you looking forward to this new Pasolini set? There's a lot of stuff coming out in June. I think June's going to be a really big month, and it's going to be just in time for that July sale at Barnes & Noble. So there's a lot to be excited about coming up. So anyway, that's it. Like, share, subscribe this video, like everyone asks you to do for every video. I'm Alex. Watch good movies, eat good food, take care of yourself, somebody else if you can, and make it good. Take care now.